Just 2 weeks behind Knox Johnson, he continued eastwards for another lap of the Southern Ocean to save my soul, as he put it. This is the real solo race, sailing like it's 1968.
Forcément, tous les gens qui reviendront de la Golden Globe Race, forcément, il faut s'attendre à ce qu'ils aient changé.
It's a great story, and it's the 50th anniversary, and it's a great opportunity to relive the original solo sailing when technology wasn't available, where we're just using sextants and wind-up clocks to find your position. And it's really the story of humanity and human endeavour in the extreme. So the world has never seen anything like this event. Well, g'day everybody. It may look like I'm sitting in a car in the rain, and I actually am. A bit of a long story, but anyway, we're here and we're live and we're on time, so that's a good start. And I'm not going to get too far into GGR news. There's some things happening, but there's not a lot happening. So we got Captain Coconut. I'm not going to delay. I'm going to go straight there. And I've also got Ada here backing me up, and Jane is over in Adelaide about to fly to China tomorrow, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, we'll see if we can get Mark up here. 1 2, look at that technology, Mark. G'day. How's Captain Coconut?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah, so where are you? You're in Adelaide. I know that painting in the background.
That's right. I'm sitting in my lounge room in Adelaide, and
okay.
All just working and slowly preparing.
That's cool. Well, as you can see, you know the story. We were sitting in a car in the rain. We had to come to Paris for an urgent meeting, and it was too late to reschedule. And I know there'll be a lot of crazy coconut fans here, so we're on time, and it's all happening. So we'll get straight into it. Now, I got to assume that some people here won't have known much about you, Mark, even though most probably will. So just give me a 1 minute background on you, your sailing, your previous career, and so on.
Okay. Well, despite my accent, I'm a Pom. I was born in Manchester, and we emigrated on the Fair Sky in 1960. In fact, I've subsequently found out that the Fair Sky was a converted World War II aircraft carrier. So started nice and early.
A converted aircraft carrier?
Correct.
Shit.
And when you see the photos, you'd say, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't look anything like it. I know. But you look at the Fair Sky and look at the history, and it was a World War II aircraft carrier. And converted into a passenger ship.
Yep.
And then, so we came to Australia and brought up in the suburbs of Melbourne, lived by the beach. We got a boat as a family, Hartley TS16, did some sailing in that. And then we got a Red Witch, which is a 19'6" little keelboat, and then a Top Hat. And then I joined the Navy, did my secondary school and joined the Navy because that was always what I wanted to do. And,
so how old?
Did 20 years.
The Navy story is going to be interesting. How old were you when you got into the Navy?
18. So I joined the Navy. They put me through a degree in physical oceanography, and I did 20 years in the Navy and trained as a surveyor, hydrographic surveyor.
And you came out as what?
Commander.
A commander. Yeah.
So drove a couple of survey ships and the laser airborne depth sounder and stuff like that, which was interesting. And then basically when I retired from the Navy, I moved into commercial work, which was sort of exactly the same as the work I was doing in the Navy, initially with the laser airborne depth sounder and subsequently with boats and ships and remote operations and whatever. Yep. So I'm a hydrographic surveyor and I sort of do. And then in the background, sort of, Dad had a top hat, and I convinced him to sell that. And
Top hat's a 25-foot yacht for those that don't know it. Yeah.
Yeah, little keelboat, and we sold that, and we bought a Roberts 39 together, and we shared that. And basically, I would sail it around, and then when I went on deployment, I'd sail it home to Meethung, which is in East Gippsland, and he'd look after it. So we shared this boat for many years.
That's cool.
And then I eventually we sold it, and Dad subsequently passed away, and he had a little trailer sailor which I inherited, and so I started to sail that again. And
Your minute's nearly up, by the way.
Pardon?
Your minute is nearly up, by the way.
Oh.
Keep going.
Yeah, well, so I was sailing this little trailer sailor out down to Kangaroo Island, and I thought, I'm going to kill myself doing this. So I thought I need to get a bigger boat, and I ended up finding an SNS 41, which I bought in Harvey Bay and sailed it down, and that was my my boat. And I was going to go in the Trans-Tasman, single-handed race in that, and then I found out about the 2018 Golden Globe.
Yeah,
in
perfect.
2016.
I should just throw in a funny connection here, because that SNS 41 is the sister ship to the boat David Scott Cowper, who's a GGR entry, sailed east, west, east solo around the world to beat Chichester and Che Bly's records at the time. And you had exactly the same boat. And I remember when I met you, I said, "Whoa, that's David's boat. It's amazing."
Yeah, it's a beautiful boat.
Yeah.
So it was center cockpit, aluminium. It had been around the world, and I was very sad to sell it. But
yeah, so you had to you traded up to a coconut. That must have been hard. Oh, jeepers. I mean, they're nice boats, but
Well, I don't know. You spend your whole life wanting to get a bigger boat, but you come to the stage where a smaller boat's sort of neat.
Yeah, exactly. Now, look, I'm not going to go over all the stuff about okay, so you decided, what was the passion about getting into the GGR? What made you do the first one,
Well, I saw it advertised on it was just a sailing video.
Yeah.
And I just thought, my God, I couldn't believe it. And I didn't even know about it. It was 2 years to go. And I contacted you almost straight away.
Yeah.
And I formed a view and look, I mean, I've lived and breathed, Knox Johnson and his novel, the history of the race and all that type of stuff.
Yep.
And it was just compelling. And I formed a view that, look, that would be interesting, but practically having a campaign from Australia was just too difficult. And then the next day, I saw that the allowed vessels had been expanded to include a Lello 34, and I'd seen a Lello 34 basically at the Garden Island Yacht Club, which is 30 minutes down the road, and I just went around to see it and bought it.
So there's a bit of fate involved. Okay, so I don't want to go over the 2018 GGR because you've been there, done that. And anyone that hasn't met you, there's a lot of material on the GGR YouTube channel, and there's all the sound grabs. In fact, there's a lot of SoundCloud grabs for Captain Coconut, which are all on the GGR website. So get on and you just have a ball listening to what goes on. So I want to just get straight into 2022. What? What's going on? What was the thought? You didn't finish at 18. You got to Adelaide as a stopover, and at the time you were headed for Adelaide, I remember saying to Jane, "This is going to be tough. How the hell is he going to get out of Adelaide? It's a great place, it's home, and all that stuff." So you stayed, and all of a sudden now you're going again. What's the story?
Well, who said I had to complete it in one go? I mean, it's a very long Chichester.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now come on. No, the reality. Let's just go over the decision to retire from the first one, and then why you've come back to do the second one.
Well, I think I had to come into port in my mind for a couple of reasons. One, I'd run out of water, and I had barnacle growth, and I thought, look, if I catch some water or whatever, am I going to drag these barnacles around halfway around the world? And I saw, and my thoughts at the time were, look, the barnacles were the problem I couldn't really solve easily. And I thought, look, does this make sense dragging them? No, it'd make sense to put into port. I know it's supposed to be non-stop, but look, I'll put it into port, clean them off. I can recharge with water. But once you stop, you lose momentum. And the issue is whether you stop for 2 days or 2 years, you've stopped. So in a way, I sort of lost a bit of momentum. I'd stopped. I was in my home port, and I thought, well, look, I can go back to work now, earn a bit of money. It was Christmas time, and I'll defer the rest of it to the future. Always in the back of my mind that I was going to have another crack.
Yeah.
And it was sort of inevitable, and it just was a matter of, look, I found sailing to Australia was a really good shakedown sail, if you like. You really got to know what it was all about. And I go, okay, I know what this is about now.
This is our GGR mobile logos, in case you're getting bored hearing this, folks. Thank you, Ada. Carry on, Mark.
Yeah, so the issue is that I didn't really worry too much about stopping, because I thought, well, you know, in another way, it was interesting to keep the dream alive, in that by stopping means I can have another go. So
Yeah.
I've got another 4 years worth of fun preparing and whatever. And look, I'll probably have another crack in 2026. Why? Well, it's just a fun thing to do.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you know, why not?
And you love the boat, obviously. You know, like it's.
Yeah, look, Coconut's quirky. It's a funny little boat, and
I've got one picture here. That's all I got. But there's lots on the website and Facebook. It's orange, safety orange.
yeah. Well, I always wanted an orange boat, but I was never brave enough to paint a boat orange. But when it was orange when it came, I thought, well, you beauty.
Yeah, a bit of a submarine too. Anyway, that's the Leeward Rail. I'll give you that. No, she's a great boat. You know, a lot of potential for racing sailors, as well as those that want to get around. You know, like.
No, she's very solid.
Yeah.
She really looked after me, and I'm very fond of it. So yeah, I can probably push it a bit harder now, and you know, I've got that experience under my belt. So
yeah, that makes a difference, eh? You get to know your boat after a while. Yeah.
Well, the other thing is the amount of preparation that you put into a boat, and I mean, we went way back to you know, replace the chain plates and put in hanging knees and really build up the inside and the structure. Put in a watertight door. That's quite an investment, not just in time and money, but in heart and soul. And so
exactly.
I'm very I'm very comfortable with her, you know, in heavy weather and whatever. So she suits me. So I like it. And look, in a way, if you look at the original race, people went around in the boats that they had, and so that's how it is.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's find out who you are. I've got some words here. I don't know whether have you done this before? Have you done the word association?
No,
if we have, I've forgotten it. Okay, so you know the deal. You just hit it with what first thing that comes to your mind, right? Lonely.
As a cloud.
Luck.
Yeah, whatever.
Excitement.
GGR.
Dreams.
Dreams by day.
Impossible.
Keep on going.
Sextant.
Beautiful piece of machinery.
Fear.
Oh, adrenaline.
Cold.
Unpleasant.
Space.
Oh, I don't know. Satellites.
Le Sable d'Olonne.
Oh, the centre of sailing. What a great food.
Winner.
Everyone's a winner.
Cape Horn.
Wow. Everest.
Speed.
Highly overrated.
Panic.
Too much adrenaline.
Knife.
Handy.
Albatross.
I can sit there and watch them all day.
Inspiration.
Oh, Sir Robin, Mawson, Scott,
Mother.
of all races.
Okay, that's pretty cool. All right, so okay, you know the deal now. 1 to 10. Crazy question time.
Oh, okay, 9.
9. What do you keep under your bed?
Shackles.
Shackles. Is that at home or on the boat?
On the boat.
Wow, I don't want to know any more about it. Right? I don't want to know why they're there or what you're doing with them. Okay, 10 to 20.
16.
What would you do with €1,000,000?
Wow.
And don't say buy more shackles.
Let's say I wouldn't go to work tomorrow, would I?
Okay, 20 to 30.
25.
25. Do you sing in the shower? And if so, what?
Badly.
Yeah, but what do you sing?
Jesus Christ Superstar songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that out of the musical Hair?
Yeah. Out of the
Yeah,
musical.
you're probably the same era. I still remember all that. Anyway, that's another story. We can talk about that later. People would be disgusted. Maybe that goes with the shackles as well. Anyway, where do we get to? 30 to 40. Did we do 30? Yeah, 30 to 40.
36.
36. What's the best advice you've ever been given?
Oh. Well, Alf
Don't say buy
Jarvis,
shackles.
right? Cape Horner
Yeah.
in the Law Hill and the Passat or Pamir in the 30s. You know, I asked him for advice going around Cape Horn. He said, stay inshore. So.
Oh, jeepers. Okay. Yep. Okay. So 40 to 47.
42.
42. What are you passionate about?
Oh, getting the most out of every day, I think. Living life in the present.
Yeah, okay. All right. Now to the deep and meaningful questions. You got to pick a letter between A and N.
Oh, C.
Was that D or C?
C. C for coconut.
C. What do you think of garden gnomes?
Well, you take them on holidays and you take photos of them.
Yeah, okay. I think you deserve another one. Pick another letter.
I don't know. M.
M. At a movie theater, what armrest is yours?
Both of them.
Both of them. That'd be right. You wouldn't be a Capricorn, would you? Anyway, that's cool. So I'm going to just quickly. I've lost my assistant. She's had to go. So I'm quickly going through see if there are any questions here. Hi from Michael. Stephen Eddie's there. TV Sub. Room Dan. Wonder if the GGR is fully booked. No, it's not. We're having a press conference on November the 4th in Les Sables d'Olonne. You want to look out to that and you'll see what's happening. There's a few interesting announcements going to be made. And there's plenty of space at the moment. There's space changes. So if you're into it, they might not last long, but there's entries available now in Suhaili class. Ian Bennett, g'day, mate. Random again from Oslo. Ian Bennett, Coconut, La Pepper, new office. Yeah. Sandra Ship, hi, Mark. Yeah, g'day, Sandra. Good to see you. Paul Clark is Coconut. Is he touring South Africa this time around? You going to go South Africa this time around or what?
Well, you've got the little Cape Town stopover, so we can do the inshore cruise and do the Agulhas Current again. It's a bit of fun.
Okay, well, hopefully there'll be boats behind you next time. So, Bart Van Walden, we need more Aussies. Yeah, I agree. We've actually got 6, but there's 7 POMs. It's unbelievable. You're technically a POM Aussie, so that's trivial. Anyway, Yvonne's there. G'day, Yvonne, Ian Bennett, Shane Freeman. Oh, jeepers, I owe you an email, Shane. Sorry. I got it the day I arrived and I still haven't bloody answered. So I'll get back to you. Yvonne, question for Mark. How do you plan to deal with the Battle of the Barnacles, or will it be top secret?
Oh, no, look, the 2 things I didn't handle too well was freshwater and barnacles. So, we'll put a bit more effort and planning into those this time.
Yeah, cool. Okay, Ian Bennett, yes, the GGR stop's still open, but Jane's going to be travelling for the next 3 days back home to China. Then she's in quarantine for 2 weeks, but she can still be online, but things wouldn't deliver until after she got back there. Michael Simpson, he wants to know where you get your shackles from. He wants to buy some too, Mark, and then wants to know if they come with chains and, you know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, right. I think that's all. I can't slide down anymore. Okay, so that's cool. All right, so moving right along, what do you think will be different now going into the second edition versus the first one in terms of the way you look at the race or the way you feel about the race? Not from a sailing perspective, but from a personal enjoyment perspective, maybe just your inner feelings on the second edition.
I guess I'll see it a little differently because I'm going to sail over. So by sailing over, I'll have sailed the course. So
yeah,
I'll have a much better feel for it. So it gives you context, really, and you know what you're getting into. It was like I did 157 days to Adelaide, and I was quite comfortable, in the groove and whatever. But actually, looking forward to the next bit. Going south of New Zealand and going across the bottom of the Pacific, and forming a view whether how different that is to the Indian Ocean, because I found the Southern Indian Ocean pretty hard work.
Exactly.
The South Pacific is a whole lot more pleasant. That's what I'm looking
Okay, well, I got
to.
no idea how you're going to cope with sailing all the way to La Sable, then turning around and do the thing again back to front. I mean, boy, that's going to be quite challenging, but good on you. Okay, so moving right along, we got Ayrton here. Now, this is going to be a classic. I see him now. I'm not moving. I'm hoping, he's still alive there. So I'm going to bring Ayrton up. He should be 1, 2, 0. There's Ayrton. G'day, Ayrton. Can you hear us? Oh, yes, we got to go.
I can hear you.
Yeah, fantastic. It was a bit of a mad panic. We had to move the car before we started, so I only got to speak to Ayrton for about a minute before we came on air. Really good to see you. We haven't seen each other for bloody ever. You're looking great.
Well, thank you very much. You too, Don. And I'm looking forward to seeing you hopefully early August next year in Les
Yeah, absolutely. You owe me a breakfast on board, remember?
Make that 10 breakfasts, no problem.
There's some watching this won't know Ayrton. Ayrton entered the 2018 edition and retired after a week, which surprised everyone. It did surprise Jane and I, but in some ways it didn't, because that's the nature of the GGR, and you had a really close family and all that sort of stuff. Captain Coconut, so no dramas there. But you're back in the game, and it's a classic. I just realised we've got 2 returnees together on the screen. So what was the driving force for you, Ayrton, to want to come back?
It was unfinished business, and so I had to do it.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's going to be quite fun next week because we'll be talking. I'm not sure where we'll be. I'm sure it won't be in the car. But anyway, so we'll go through the whole thing. I'm quite looking forward to having a long chat. It'll be a bit of fun. So where are you at the moment? What's been happening briefly?
Well, I've spent about a month or so in the lazy water in June and July, and since then I have been in Spain in my other boat, cruising in the Mediterranean, and just keeping fit and having a nice time.
Yeah, perfect. And I know, in fact, I've got a picture here. Your claim to fame right now. I haven't put any pictures up of Captain Coconut, but he doesn't need them. Everyone knows the boat. Your claim to fame there, Ayrton. You're in the Ostar next year. That's a bit of fun.
Yes, it was meant to be this year, but sadly it was cancelled. So it's going to be next year now. And then after the completion, I will head to your neck of your woods in Les Sables d'Olonne in hopefully early August next year.
Yeah, you'll certainly be rung out. Well, we'll talk about all that as well. That's kind of cool. And I look forward to hearing all about it. So the next question we usually do, and I know you haven't seen these yet, Ayrton, but because you're alongside Captain Coconut, I want to. In fact, I'll ask Captain Coconut first. He's already laughing because he knows what I'm going to say. Mark, why are you going to beat Ayrton in the GGR in 22? Why are you going to whip the pants off him and beat him around the course?
Look, I
Why?
don't know. All I know is that Ayrton will be the best fed guy in the race, and I'm just going to follow the smell of good food.
For those that don't know what's going on, Ayrton would be gathering groups of people to come and have breakfast on his boat all through the village in Les Sables d'Olonne. It was quite something. I got lots of invites, but I never quite made it because Jane and I were so busy. But I'm going to in 22. So, yeah, okay. But that's not. So you want to stay behind to get the smells. You don't want to get in front, because you'll miss out. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Oh, look, these bloody rustlers, they'll all be doing their thing, whatever. It'll be the hare and the tortoise.
Absolutely.
The hare and the tortoise.
I'm with you. I'm right there.
I'll just watch out for the old coconut at the back.
Well,
Yeah, I'm right
you're
there.
looking great, Mark.
Yeah. So Ayrton, why are you going to beat? How can you be so cruel as to sail past Mark? Why are you going to beat Mark in the GGR?
No, I as long as I am near him, I will have done okay. He's a top man.
Okay. so all right. Now, Mark, what's your biggest fear for the 22 edition? What's the thing that scares you the most about it in terms of a feeling or a vision? Like what's your biggest fear for now?
Well, I guess it's everyone says getting to the start of the race is hard, but and look, in a way, there's a lot of preparation that needs to be done, but I know what to do, and I've got a boat that's pretty well prepared, and we've got a few bits and pieces to do. But for me, getting to the start will be the thing, because I've got to finish up work, prepare the boat. So I've got a race before the race to get across the Pacific and round the Horn and up through the Atlantic. So that to my mind is the biggest challenge, is actually just getting that done.
Yeah.
And then once I get to the Sables d'Olonne, I'll be all downhill from there.
Party time. So Ayrton, what are you looking forward? Ayrton, what are you looking forward to most about the 22 GGR?
Well, I would like to get to the start and start the race, and in the meantime, stay healthy and be ready for everything that is coming up.
Yeah. And are you happy where where you are with the boat right now in terms of preparation? Have you got any big major items to do again, or what?
Well, yes, the boat is currently in Belgium having a new mast installed.
Just excuse me for a minute.
No, okay.
I got to get this call, I think. Hello. I'm just about to leave. I'm just about to leave. Okay, all right, I'll be there in 5. Okay, I'm just about to shut it down. Okay, thank you. See you. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, I'll bring the car down. Okay, see you later. Bye-bye. Welcome to GGR. Sorry. It's crazy. I'll explain it all later, but important meetings anyway. Okay, so you're happy with the boat, Ayrton? Whereas I missed that.
Well, the boat is in Belgium right now, having just his deck completed and waiting for a master arrive from France.
Yeah,
And hopefully that will be completed in November time, and then I shall stay there till spring and leave for Ostar.
yeah, cool. All right, so everyone's used to you, Mark. I know the story. I've got a rush, but we did get it up. That's the main thing. And great to talk to you, Erton. We're going to be talking again next week, so I look forward to that. And we'll be doing silly old buggers again after this round is over, Mark. So you'll be back on again soon. So all kind of cool. All right. So I'm gonna bolt, or I'm in trouble. So thanks, Erton. We'll see you next week, eh?
All right, you take care,
Yep.
guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
And Mark, what would you change in the race if you had a chance? Quick answer.
Send them through Bass Strait. Send them through Fovo Strait.
Okay, we'll think about it. Thanks, Mark. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Didn't even give him a chance to go. So I'm going to look for the last screen, and thanks, everybody. This one's a bit of a rush. It would have been good to make it longer, but we did it. So we'll see you again next week. See you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.